I built this flying animal snatcher in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey that I use to capture every animal variant in the game. It's capable of transporting animals thousands of meters to any base that you want, and I'm going to show you how to build it. First, we're going to put down a foundation piece to build on. Then we need any 16 by 16 floor piece that's made out of granite. Just place the first one on top. Then we're just going to build a 2 by 2 square with these. After we have that down, we're actually going to build a second layer of floors. When it comes to catching and transporting animals, they can be a little bit buggy, so it's always better to go with a couple extra layers of thickness so they don't phase through. Then we're going to filter by log cabin, and then we're going to go to walls, and we want to go to the half walls to these 16 wide walls. We're just going to place these all the way up against the sides, and we're actually going to do these 2 layers thick as well. Then do the same exact thing for the other side. Now this is going to be the back side. We're going to do another 2 layers of the 16 wide walls, and then we're going to switch to the 8 wide walls to fill in the gap right here. Then next, we're just going to switch to the 2 by 4 version of this wall, and we're going to go up to the front and place one here, and then another one right behind that, and then same thing for the right side. Now take that same piece and place it right about in the middle here, and then one on the opposite side. Next, we're going to add the balloons, and we need to start with the activated large balloon. We're going to place one on each of the corners, so now it should look like this. Then we also want a large activated balloon in the center on each side. Now that we've got our large activated balloons, we're going to switch to regular small balloons. We want one up front in the corner here and there. Then on each side, we want one about 4 or 5 spaces away from each side of this balloon. Then just do the same thing for the other side. Then next, let's go ahead and place our small driver's seat right in the middle in the back. And then we just need another pair of balloons about 4 spaces away from either side of the seat. So you should have 8 red balloons and 6 activated large balloons. Next, we're going to do the thrusters, and we're going to be using all large thrusters. So we're going to start on the back in the middle with 4 going down, and then 6 more, just place them on the side of the row that you placed going down. So it should look something like this. Now on the sides near the corners, we're going to place a thruster. So you should have 2 on the left, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and then 2 on the right, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. And it's not necessary, but I recommend putting 2 on each corner so that way you can turn just a little bit easier, but it's not necessary. Now when it comes to setting the channels for all of these, the balloons are actually already on channel 4, and I like to leave them on channel 4. Then for the ones on the back that are going to push us forward, I like to change all of those to channel 2. Now thrusters default to channel 3, so this one on the back right and the front left, I'm going to leave on channel 3. Then the ones on the back left and the front right, we're going to set to channel 1. And now we should be good to break this foundation block and let it go. Another thing you might want to do is take a half staircase, nudge it out so it attaches to the side, so that way you have an easy way to climb up to your seat. And this will make more sense later, but in the front, we're going to take a foundation block and place one in this corner about halfway up, so that way we're able to hop up from here. And then in the back, in the opposite corner, I like to put another one right here so we can hop up from back here as well. So channel 4 is going to lift up the vehicle, and then deactivating channel 4 is going to let us down. And now while we're in the air, channel 2 is going to push us forward, channel 3 is going to turn us right, and channel 1 is going to turn us left. So the way this works is you fly it near an animal you want to take to your base, and then usually it helps if you feed that animal a treat. That'll get them to follow you over to the animal snatcher. From there, you can use a fishing rod to pull them the rest of the way into the vehicle. Once they're in the vehicle, you have to quickly switch to this wall piece so you can snap it into place and lock them in the vehicle. And then another thing you can do is get them to the back of the vehicle and then section off this part. So now this animal is trapped here for good, but now we can open up the front again so we can trap a second animal in here without worrying about letting that one go. Now it's not perfect, and sometimes it's a little bit buggy and they still will fall through the vehicle or go through the wall while you're flying it, but I was able to successfully fly multiple animals over 7,000 meters from the Lost Isles to my main village. It took a while, but I was able to get every single chicken variant, even the ones from the Lost Isles, to my main base over in the grasslands. So if that was helpful, be sure to subscribe for even more LEGO Fortnite content. And if you're not already supporting a Fortnite creator in the item shop, be sure to use code EPICBRICKS.